Besides being one of the best rugby players in the world, Cheslin Kolbe is a millionaire who knows exactly how to enjoy the luxuries his money can buy. But have you ever wondered how this player lives? In this video, you will discover the luxurious life of Cheslin Kolbe. This guy is living proof that size doesn't matter in rugby. He's a small winger, but how about learning how he overcame all the prejudices and became one of South Africa's greatest attacking players? You know how it is, right? The Springboks have always focused on big players, those forwards who look like a wall. And there's always that talk that to play rugby in South Africa, you have to be big, strong, and, well, huge. And how many times have you heard something like, he's too small to play rugby, he's too short, he'll never make it, or he's not big enough to compete? Bet you've heard it a lot, right? Well, Cheslin Kolbe heard these criticisms all his life, but do you know what he did? He simply ignored all of it and showed that with skill and determination, you can reach the top. Kolbe didn't let stereotypes hold him back. He proved that with talent, speed, and a lot of grit, you can overcome any barrier. Let's explore more about this giant's life and see how he shut up all the critics. Now, let's take a look at Cheslin Kolbe's upbringing. Not much is known about his childhood, but what we do know is enough to understand the extent of this guy's perseverance. Kolbe grew up in Kraaifontein on the outskirts of Cape Town in the Western Cape province. Kraaifontein is part of the area known as Cape Flats, a place marked by crime and gang violence that dominate the streets. You can imagine how difficult it must have been for him and his family, right? But here comes the hero of the story, Kolbe's father, Andrew. This guy was crucial in igniting Cheslin's passion for rugby. From an early age, Andrew taught his son the importance of routine and discipline. Just imagine growing up in such a hostile environment and still finding a way to stay focused and motivated. Kolbe learned from his father not to be swayed by the difficulties around him and to concentrate on what really mattered, rugby. Kolbe started his rugby journey playing for her school Brackenfell. He represented Western Province at various youth levels, starting with the Under-16 Grant Como Week in 2009 up to the Under-21 Provincial Championship in 2012. Despite constantly hearing that he was too small to make a career in professional rugby, he didn't give up and debuted for Western Province against the Boland Cavaliers in the 2013 Vodacom Cup. But guess what? The criticisms continued. At every new level he reached, people said he had hit his limit because of his size, and once again, Kolbe simply didn't listen. He relied on his explosive speed, his ability to evade tackles, and of course, his courage to face much larger players. Kolbe continued to dominate the local scene with Western Province, thrilling fans with his electrifying play. But despite all the fanfare, he was repeatedly overlooked for the Springbok selection. The belief was that, because of his size, he would be better suited to rugby sevens, and that's how he found his first international representation for South Africa with the Blitzboks in the Sevens circuit. In 2015, he was called up to the Blitzboks and participated in the 2016 Olympics, where they won the bronze medal. He made 30 appearances and scored 113 points for the Blitzboks. But even with all the success in sevens, that was never his ultimate goal. Kolbe wanted to prove his worth in X-Feen rugby and show the world that size does not define talent. In 2017, Kolbe shook the South African rugby world by deciding to move to France and play for Toulouse in the top 14. People were shocked. After all, at the time, South Africa's policy was clear. Players playing abroad would not be called up for the Springboks. The idea was to keep the best talents playing at home. But here's the irony. Kolbe's move to France and his domination in the top 14 was so impressive that the Springbok selectors couldn't resist. They broke their own rule and gave Kolbe the chance to debut against Australia in the 2018 Rugby Championship. And guess what? He shone. Since then, Kolbe has been a constant and crucial presence for the Springboks. In 2019, he was a key player in winning the Rugby Championship and the Rugby World Cup. Who doesn't remember that epic try against England in the 2019 World Cup final that secured the title for South Africa? Simply unforgettable. And the story continues. In 2023, Kolbe once again showed his value in defending the title in the Rugby World Cup. He did something extraordinary in a decisive game against France, running off the line and blocking a kick in an extremely tense moment. This was a unique moment in his career and one that will forever be etched in rugby history. In the final against the All Blacks, despite facing challenges like receiving a yellow card in the last 10 minutes of the final, he gave his all and demonstrated his importance to the team. Despite all the difficulties at the start of his career and the prejudices he faced, Kolbe transformed into a world-class player, breaking barriers in South African rugby. By July 2024, he had already played 33 times for the Springboks and scored 15 tries. Kolbe scored a beautiful try against Ireland and helped the Springboks defeat the opposing team. The Springboks hadn't beaten Ireland since 2016, and this game certainly made its mark on South African and Cheslin Kolbe's history. Cheslin Kolbe is a man who highly values his privacy, so not much is known about his personal life. But what we do know is enough to understand the incredible man he is off the rugby fields. Kolbe is married to Leila Kolbe, who is a certified accountant. Their love story is worthy of a movie. The couple met at the DHL Newlands Stadium in 2013, and since then, the connection was instantaneous. In September 2016, after an important victory by Cheslin's team over the Boland Cavaliers, he popped the big question and Leila said yes. The wedding took place in 2018 in a stunning setting at the vineyards of Stellenbosch in Webersberg. To complete this beautiful story, they have 3 wonderful daughters. Their youngest was born on February 23rd, 2023, exactly on the same day Cheslin asked Leila out years ago. Coincidence or destiny? That's for you to decide. In addition to being a phenomenal player, Kolbe is a devout Christian, which shows his strong faith and solid values. And as if that weren't enough, he is the cousin of another South African legend, Wade van Niekerk, the world record holder in the 400 meters. It seems excellence runs in this family's veins. Now, let's talk about Cheslin Kolbe's financial life, because this guy not only shines on the field, but also knows how to enjoy his success. With an estimated fortune of $4 million, or 72.4 million rand, Kolbe lives a well-deserved, luxurious life. After helping the Springboks win the World Cup in France, he seized the opportunity to start a new chapter in his career. Kolbe made a sensational transfer to Suntory Sungoliath in Japan. And do you know how much he's earning there? According to Wales Online, his contract is worth an impressive £937,000 or 22 million rand, making him the 3rd highest paid player in the world. Not bad, huh? Like any true star, Kolbe has an enviable car collection. The guy really knows how to live well. Among the highlights, he owns a Nissan Skyline GT-R 34, a true legend of sports cars, valued at about 3 million rand, and it doesn't stop there. He also has a BMW E92 M3, which costs approximately 2 million rand, offering a perfect combination of luxury and performance. Kolbe also didn't hold back when choosing his Mercedes-Benz GLC, another impressive vehicle worth about 2 million rand. And how about a Land Rover Range Rover Velo? This luxury SUV, valued at around 1.7 million rand, is one of our star's favorites. But wait, there's more. He has a Mercedes-Benz SL, an elegant convertible priced at approximately 2.3 million rand. And for speed enthusiasts, he owns a Mercedes AMG C-Class sedan, valued at over 2.3 million rand, a car that perfectly blends comfort and power. And of course, we can't forget the robust Land Rover Defender, worth 1.6 million rand. Kolbe was spotted in a video giving a young fan a ride in this sleek black Defender, showing that besides being a star on the field, he is also a guy with a huge heart. And there's more. Kolbe also has a series of sponsorships that further enhance his prestige. He is the newest sports ambassador for Prime Hydration, the booming energy drink brand co-founded by Logan Paul and KSI. This speedy winger now joins an elite team that includes stars like Super Bowl winner Patrick Mahomes, football sensation Erling Haaland, and South African MMA champion Dricus du Plessis. In addition, Kolbe has a partnership with Nescafe, a global coffee brand we all know. To top it off, he is sponsored by Investec, an Anglo-South African international banking and wealth management group. This guy really knows how to close big deals. Following the example of national team captain Siya Kolisi, Kolbe signed with Rock Nation, founded by none other than Jay-Z. Rock Nation is helping Kolbe develop the Cheslin Kolbe Foundation, an initiative aimed at supporting his philanthropic goals and giving back to the community. Cheslin and Leila Kolbe officially announced the launch of the Cheslin Kolbe Foundation, with a mission to expand their reach and support in local communities in South Africa. The foundation's focus areas include sports resources and development, uplifting underprivileged communities, food security, and improvements in water and sanitation. Cheslin Kolbe is a perfect example of how talent, hard work, and determination can lead someone to achieve great things and, of course, enjoy a luxurious life. But now, I want to hear from you. Which other rugby player would you like to see featured on the channel? Leave your comment and tell me who you think deserves to be highlighted in the next video. And don't forget, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. See you next time.
So Layla, how can we get involved with the foundation?
If you're a company or an individual and you'd like to collab with us or donate in any way, a company has reached out to us, a renewable energy company. So we're trying to make things accessible to under-resourced communities for them to dream big, and maybe it can inspire them to be something great in the future.